Absolutely, and don't count out Dave Sharp too. He's getting better and better around this track. So look at this one. We've got no Scotty Moyer either, so that's going to play into the hands of Tony Rees as well. So Tony gets a great start, as per always. He is the master around here, and Al Hoogie now has to do all the hard work. These guys are tied on points, absolutely tied on 81 points each. So checking out winner-take-all stuff here. Alistair Hugenbotham on the 43, Tony Rees on the 11, Dave Sharp's there on the 19, DP Motorsport. Shout out to them, and great to catch up with the DP Racing Kawasaki team. Just awesome to see what they're doing in New Zealand. Oh, and Al Hoogie's up the inside. Well done, Al Hoogie. That is a great move. So Alistair Hugenbotham now into the lead of this one. That's brilliant stuff, and he will want to get the hammer down and try and get away with this one, but that is a really classy performance so far, halfway through lap one.
All right, and I tell you what, looking out for Dave Sharp now. Dave's going to do a huge amount of learning, and man, is he doing some learning in a quick amount of time. And this awesome brand new team on our national scene, DP Motorsport. Love it for the team with Kawasaki. They've really lifted that brand and taken them to a whole new level, and they're going to be the hotshot Kawasaki race team on our national calendar in time to come. They're going to grow it with a Superbike team in a 600. They're going to get bigger trailers and better. Shout out to DP, and particularly a shout out to Brendan Price. I was blown away when I saw Pricey there yesterday. Never seen him in a green shirt before. Got to say, it looked very nice, but he's a man that we see at the Burt Munro Challenge every year, and he's driven all the way up to bring the team here, and he'll be driving all the way back home to Mid-Canterbury as well following the event this weekend. So thank you guys for your commitment to the sport. I love the fact that you've brought Team Green alive back into New Zealand racing. This is going to be cool. All right, let's get back into it again with the Al Hoogie show, and looking out then for Tony to go, and yeah, Dave Sharp on the gas for sure, and look at that margin. He is right in there. He is only 0.7, in fact officially 0.697, but you get the idea, 0.7 and behind Tony Rees after a lap like that. But man, Al Hoogie has just gone for it, Brad, let alone a great move to get past to go to first place. He has put the hammer down. He says, I want to own it, I want to dominate. I'm not letting some legend at over twice my age come and steal the glory. I want to get out there and win it and do it proudly. So do we call him an Aucklander now? That'd be it. Or should we add the insult and call him an Aucklander? Because he is living in Auckland at the moment. He's been doing some motocross, he's been doing some flat track. Now he's at Cantab, he loves it and he's proud of it. He'll be back home at Easter weekend for the big one down there in the TT a few days before. But the affectionist builder is working in Auckland, so if we called him that, it'd be an insult. I think he'd charge up here afterwards and deal to us. But anyway, that's pretty darn cool anyway, and thanks, Al, for joining us. But here it is, the show's on. They were tied on 81 points going into the race. Al Hoogie over Tony Rees, and in their shadow and putting on a marvellous debut Kawasaki racing performance, Mr. Dave Sharp.
Yeah, this is good from Dave, all right. He's right on the back of Tone, so look out for that one. But yeah, like you say, Al Hoogie, the 2020 New Zealand Superbike champion, got out in front and just has put the hammer down. It was a 1:31 out lap, so absolutely flying. Let's have a look at these lap times as we see the 43 out of turn 14 down the front straight, really fast here at Taupo International Motorsport Park, and logging a 1:29.3, so that is quick. So to be a 1:29.3 lap 2 of this one, that's flying and making a real statement. He's got a 2-second lead now over Tone, who's managed to just break clear a little bit of Dave Sharp. Dave had managed to get on the back wheel there, but 1.8 seconds now the gap between Tone and Dave. So that's your top three, and then we'll celebrate Finn Ruther, still out there, and that's fourth place for him on the number 71 Aprilia. So having a go out here at the moment. We've got 4 laps to go of the final race of the Superbike class for the weekend. Tony Rees and Al Hoogie locked on points, so winner take all here, and so far it's advantage Alistair Hugenbotham.
Well, in fact, Scott Moyer's points, was he more than 16 in front of Dave on that, Brad? What's the points there? 73 versus 59. No, that was only 14, so there you go. So Dave Sharp's going to jump and take second place because he's just going to earn 16 points in there, so he'll win by a couple. So that will be your order. Either Tony over Alistair, ahead of Dave from Scott, Finn, Seth and Dylan in there as well. Dylan, a bad crash yesterday, has made a good recovery to be back on the track today. Unfortunately, hasn't made the final outing. Seth Devereaux, well, as Seth's stories tell in the last few years, he doesn't quite finish as many as he does, so a bit of bad luck for him. But hey, great to see him having a go in a lovely Panigale. What a beautiful bike as always, and good to see him out there. And then of course add to that Scott Moore. Got no idea why Scott didn't come back, but he'd put in some exciting racing. And the good news, of course, part of the Althurn JCR Yamaha race team for the 2020, now going into into the 2022-23 race campaign, and we're going to see better from that man. A former 2 times runner-up in New Zealand Superbikes, former 2 times winner of the Suzuki International Road Race Series, Scott Moyer is back. That's all you need to know, folks, and we're going to look forward to some more great racing from the Taupo hero as we line it up for the future. But at the moment, it is all on with Al Hoogie, Tony Rees and Dave Sharp, and for me, 2 standouts. Put together the fact that all 3 of those are standouts. Let's be fair about that. You've got Al, who's broken clear, and he said, I'm not having a bar of this. I'm not having a dice with this guy. I'm not going to have a race where I've got to come from behind and try and beat some old legend. I want to have a race where I go out and dominate and show I'm the best, and that's what he's doing at the moment. But to that legend that's kept him very honest, you don't get tied on 81 points for nothing. When you're just any rider, you're the best rider, you're the legend, the man still doing it. And Sir Tony Rees out there for that 2nd place. And Dave Sharp just making every race count. God, DP team, take a bow. Get excited about this. This is great news. And man, when we're going to have some other riders, there's even Connor London coming along to give advice and support this team. That's how much the input's coming in from some cool people. And I've got some other riders lined up as well to join this team. So look out for the news and the excitement. DP Race Team is going to be one we've got to be tuned to find out everything that's happening in the world of Kawasaki road racing. Kawasaki is back. There's 3 words to remember as well. But it is all the Al Hoogie show. He leads by determination, by domination and by excellence. And can the young gun out of Auckland come and steal it? We're about to find out, Brad.
Here it is out of turn 14. There's going to be 2 laps to go when he crosses the line. So another lap in the 130s, low 130s. He's fastest up at the race at 129.3. So that is quick around here late in the day. So there we go. Consistent lap times. We've got Tony Rees. He's just dipped into the 130s for the first time as well. Well done to the team Rees Honda. Man, he'd be really feeling this. We talked to him this morning, and this is before he had 3 more races to go, and he said he was very, very stiff and sore. So Tone, full credit to you. This has been a brilliant performance. Dave Sharp out there. He just did his fastest lap of the race and dipped into the 130.7. So well done to Dave, and can't speak highly enough about the performance from Finn Ruther as well out there. Doing it all on his own here on his Aprilia in the Superbike B classification, but running top 4 here in the 4 runners remaining. We've got Scotty Moore, Dylan Telford, Seth Devereaux not able to make these last ones for some reason or another, but credit to them for the entertainment they've provided all weekend. It's been absolutely brilliant.
Right, yes indeed, as the siren sounds to give another class their warning. We're coming up next will be Supersport 300, followed by Classic Sidecars and Supersport 600 for our last 3 races of the day. Time now at 4 minutes past 6 on what is effectively being counted as the major North Island road event of the summer of 22. Not much left of summer, and certainly for that fact, not much chance of resurrecting anything else. It's the South that's been having the glory this year, and they're even about to have more with that Super Road Race Safari, including 6 events in 10 days, including the New Zealand TT titles and New Zealand GP titles. So well done to South Canterbury, Motorcycling Canterbury and Southland Motorcycle Club holding their own and keeping New Zealand road racing strong. And the people we've talked to this weekend, and the one that surprises me is SJ saying we've just got to go. You know, this is going to be the best racing, and he's going all the way from Hawke's Bay to go down to compete at those events. So I'm sure there'll be a few other good riders that'll be amongst them. So looking out for that with real interest as a farewell fling for our year of racing. But here we are back to the track at the moment and looking out for the trio. Look at that, first, second, third. There is only 7.2 seconds from first to third. The Dave Sharp take a bow. Tony Rees take a bow. You've done an enormous job by being there on tight on 81 points going to the race. But the man who will take the credit, the one we're going to remember for today, is the Al Hoogie show. And he's been out to perform with a great deal of summer. Yes, had the GP F1 title robbed from him by Mitch Reeves back in Canterbury earlier this year, but he went on to still take some good wins at that event. He came away from the Yamaha Cormac Buchanan Southland Club event 4 weeks ago as the winner at the default of Mighty Mitch, but he's come here on his own terms and dominated, and he's the man of the summer in New Zealand F1 and Superbike racing, and I'm sure he'll be a front runner for those beautiful events coming up down south in his home island later on next month. So bring it home with Superbikes and Mr. Alistair Hugenboozem.
Yeah, well done, Al. He was tight on points coming in. It was all on the line, winner take all, and now out of turn 14 for the final time. The checkered flag ready and waiting. Altherm Window Systems, JCA Yamaha man, Al Hoogie. He's going to take it, and with race 5, he will take the overall. Tony Rees comes home in second. That'll lock away second overall for the weekend, and Dave Sharp with that third will climb up into third overall as well. So well done to Dave. Just 4.4 seconds back from Tony, so kept him honest the whole time, and credit to the DP Racing Kawasaki team with Rivet HAC and New Zealand Pirelli on board. Well done to Dave Sharp. That's a good weekend, but credit to Alistair Hugenbotham. When he needed to perform, he has done it. And beautiful on the parade lap there. So take a bow, hands together. Our Superbike champion for the North Island Road Racing Spectacular, Alistair Hugenbotham. He'll be stoked with that to come to the North Island. And, well, he lives in the North Island now, but this is certainly not his home tracks. He'll be loving that to take this glory away.